It has gone exactly 11 minutes after 6 p.m. Central African time. We'll continue focusing on what really is the leading story in many publications around the world and on the African continent today, but from a different angle. We speak to the African Unite Borders Bus Trucks Association, AUBBTA. They are in South Africa and they say they feel very undermined and embarrassed by illegal bus operators who are operating without the valid cross-border permits. These are illegal bus operators who continue to repatriate undocumented passengers using embassy repatriation certificates only. For more on this, we're joined by AUBBTA's Phumudzo Mokwati. A very good evening to you. Good to have you with us on Africa in Business. Welcome.
Evening, Tami, and the listeners at home.
No. So let's perhaps start by understanding what are the essential documents that are mandatory that each and every single bus driver or taxi driver who is transporting individuals across borders, what are those documents that they ought to be having?
Firstly, let me explain that it's indeed BME, the Commissioner, Nemkhoti, and SABC presenter, confirmed that some of the bus drivers were found without the documentation, including the cross-border permits. So, this violates Section 30 of CBRT number 4 of 1998 and the conveyance permit condition, including National Land Transport Act number 5 of 2009. So when we set the necessary requirements for repatriation, this means that the embassy or the consulate, they must do process that goes via through the DICO or international, the relation department. Then the relation department must consult Department of Transport. In the transport, we have got sectors. CBRTA, Cross-Border Road Transport Agents, follow under transportation of passengers within the SADC region. It includes Zimbabwe, Mozambique, and other African countries. So the process that needs to be followed, CBRTA must source legitimate cross-border operator through their database. That's when they're going to contact them to transport or repatriate Malawians and Zimbabwean. And the bus must be roadworthy and there must be a passenger list for 5 million and above in case of accident. But so far what we are witnessing is the illegal bus operator that so far some of the citizens or the migrants are being transported from Durban to Musina, Cape Town to Musina. So on its own, that one is not a repatriation, because repatriation, normally you are taking somebody from the place to his place of origin. It means we have to transport our nationality from Durban, Cape Town, to their origin, which is Zimbabwe and Malawi, by the bus. So when you take somebody local within the Republic from Durban to Musina, Cape Town to Musina, it is out of the cross-border regulation. Now we are doing what we call organized trip within the Republic of the country. It's no longer repatriation. It is fall under organized trip. And that one, it is fall under provincial regulatory entities. Also municipal regulatory entities. That is, their permits are being issued by the local department or local provincial entity. So when we talk of what we call repatriation, cross-border has to come in with their permit. And so far what we have witnessed so far, some of the buses that were found intercepted by Limpopo Department of Transport, including the Bloemfontein Traffic Center, including plus minus 25 buses that were intercepted during festive season by BMA carrying undocumented, including the yesterday bus that we found with explosive. Such kind of bus, they commit offense. And the offense, when the bus carry a passenger without a permit, a vehicle need to be impounded, and the the bus, that one must be fined up to 100,000, and it can potentially lead to imprisonment. So far, the same bus that were committing crime by bringing people without documents, without even the permit, we found that the same bus company are awarded the contract. It means it's their reward for the criminal offense they have committed to bring people without the right papers, including the bus that was intercepted by former Minister Muchari. Remember, 2 weeks back, there was a portfolio committee in transport, Home Affairs, DNA, CBRTA, and transport. They were discussing about cross-border and illegal bus operator. They promised and agreed that they are going to have 24/7 inspection of vehicles in a Boabab Toll Plaza, 30 kilometers from the Bedbridge border post. We are very shocked how the embassies and the diplomatic were misled by a few group or the syndicate who appoint illegal bus operators.
So let me ask you this, Mr. Mokwati. How is it possible that bus operators are using embassy repatriation certificates? Has it been ascertained whether these embassy repatriation certificates are legitimate, or is there a possibility, has it been found, that they are in fact a counterfeit?
What is required, or what is best or legitimate? The embassy must authorize the repatriation certificate and also to verify their citizen, because they know them. Secondly, we have to repatriate them. How do we repatriate them? Are we going to use land? Are we going to use air? Are we going to use ocean or sea? Here we are talking of repatriation through land. When we are talking through land, we now include the bus, which must be roadworthy, have the passport, have also the permit. So far, that is why we are saying there was a mislead to the embassy, and there is some violation of Section 30, including violation of National Transport Act number 5 of 2009. Because if we fail to act, we are going to face a situation that when some of the citizen organized groups from Durban and Cape Town and dumped in Messina, some of the people are going to run away or to dodge or fail to cross the border.
So let me ask you this, Mr. Mokwati. So which of the government, which embassy is responsible for these repatriation certificates? Is it South Africa, or is it the country that the foreign nationals are being taken back to their home countries?
The embassy of the country where their citizens are going to be repatriated. Here, let us give example. Malawi, Zimbabwe must issue that certificate. They must issue the certificate with the support of DICOM. They must issue the certificate with the support of Department of Transport. Here, the entity responsible for cross-border is, we call it CBRTA. These are the ones that govern transportation of passenger of goods, guided by Act number 4 of 1998. These are the responsible institutions for cross-border transport. That's why repatriation must be there, because failure to do that, we are going to have illegal operator repatriating citizens without being verified by Home Affairs or the fingerprints. Or somebody is going to take what you call fake repatriation certificate from internet and they use it to transport passengers. Some will also return, like what we are seeing now, people being organized from Durban, Cape Town. It's not repatriation, that one. It falls under organized group. We want to also send our message to the African leaders that the situation we are having as a country, as a South Africa, is when even the South African government failed to condemn what we happen in our neighboring counties, when African leaders, they fail to have political tolerance to negotiate with their opposition parties, and also violate their human rights, abuse, and also what we call even failure to negotiate. That force their citizens to run to South Africa.
So let me ask you this, Mr. Mokwati. As AUBBTA, were you contacted to assist in transporting the repatriates, and why do you feel that you have been snubbed, and why do you believe that as an organization you should have been a part of this process?
Through the conversation, we from the BNA, they proved to us that we've been sidelined. Number two, CBRT, they've got the database of all cross-border bus operators that goes Zimbabwe, Malawi, or all over in the SADC region. They should have considered proper company which are legitimate for cross-border. Because for so far, the company that are dumping people from Cape Town to Durban, Cape Town to Messina, Durban to Musina, these are not cross-border operations. They fall under organized trips regulated by provincial regulatory entity or municipal regulatory entity. Because the question will be, when they are dumping them in Messina, which bus operator is going to take them outside of the country? That's why we are saying, instead of wasting money by appointing some of these illegal bus operators, they were supposed to apply repatriation. Simple. Take them from Cape Town to Malawi, take them from Durban to Zimbabwe. That is, we call it repatriation, following the necessary requirements. And I would like to also send our message to the corrupt officials that all the citizens that are here in the country, they never break the fence. They have paid the bribe to the official in the border post, including some of these buses illegal. They used to organize 2.5 to cross without the paperwork. That's why we are saying even government officials of South Africa are part and parcel, including Department of Statistics, Competition Commission of South Africa, failed to advise and make recommendation to the office of the president to alert them the total number of the population in the country. And I would like also to send a message to the African leaders that they must refrain to say they don't want white people in their countries, whereas citizens from Malawi, Zimbabwe, they are working as a domestic worker, farm workers, in their white owners in South Africa.
Okay,
so
we'll have to leave it at that for this evening, Mr. Phumudzo Mokwati. But thank you very much for your very impassioned plea and sharing your perspective and your side of the story as the African United Borders Trucks Association, AUBBTA. Certainly a lot of allegations that have been put on the table there. We'll try and actually get some sort of a right of response with the story from the relevant transport departments on how this is unfolded, because it is a business story as well. Transportation is a big business story. And out of this entire repatriation process, there are stakeholders that are making profit from this. It's business in some entities. So we'll look at some of those allegations that have been put on the table against the various embassies, that they may have been misled, the Department of Transport as well, as far as the appointing of what Mr. Phumudzo Mokwati has labeled as illegal truck operators. Brings us to 26 minutes after 6.